The Friday Morning Rant with Shane Halfyard contains coarse language, satire, humor. Most likely you're going to get insulted. Probably going to think less of the human race. And that's about it. So if you can't handle that, you're on the wrong show, Jack, and get the fuck out of here. Anyway, welcome to the Friday Morning Rant with Shane Halfyard. It is Friday, April 12th. Holy hell, where have you been for a month, Shane? My God. What happened to you, buddy? What's going on? Well, I've had a real busy month. And I let things kind of snowball out of control here and there, and I kept putting this off. And you know what? That was wrong. And I'm not doing that again. Even if I have to stay up to 4 in the damn morning, I'm going to get one out every week. What I will do is, I'm going to tell you right now, if there are times I'm offered overtime, and if I choose to work the overtime on Friday, then it will come out on the following Saturday. But from here on in, you can expect a podcast every week, i.e. unless I'm on vacation somewhere, which doesn't happen because I'm poor. So, yeah, I've had an interesting time. Anyway, so, here's what's been going on. I keep saying so. What the hell's wrong with me? So. I wonder how many times I can say so in this podcast. Someone count. Put it in the comments down below. How many times did Shane say so? All right. So, what the fuck's wrong with me? Anyway. The reason why I've been gone so long, I said sickness, helping my parents move, got hurt, alien abduction, maybe. Probably not. Did you guys buy that? If I said I was abducted by aliens, did you believe that? Maybe? Some of you probably would. Anyway. Like I said, just life happened, and I let it happen, and I shouldn't have. So, it's not going to happen again. So there's a couple stories I want to tell. All right. One is, I took my son for the very first time, well, a month ago actually, to H&R Block to do his taxes. Now he was, he just started working. Same company I work for. He works the overnight shift, and I'm quite proud of that he's working so hard. So he and I went to H&R Block. Now, it's a bit of a walk. This was in March. So, in our area, the downtown area, the snow was just crazy, and it was melting. But I had nowhere to go, and it took, literally 2 hours to get his taxes done. Maybe 3. The reason why it took so long is he's 23. And apparently, I didn't know this, but if you're in Canada, you get a GST check every, I think, 4 months. Or 3 or 4 months, you get a GST check. Now, I didn't know that if you weren't working, you still qualify for the GST check. No idea. So he never went and got his taxes done because, as far as we knew, he had no need to. He wasn't working, so he didn't have to file any taxes. So we show up, and they find out he's 23, hasn't done his taxes before, and she says, "You are entitled to X amount of tax years of GST check." And he ended up getting $1,800 this year, just for that, plus another $400 for his taxes, for his regular tax return. So I was like, man, good for you. It was worth the 2 or 3 hour, wait. But on our way home, we're walking along the sidewalk, and we come to this area where there is basically like a little mini lake. Okay, it's downtown, and there's ice on one side, ice on the other, and it's just a big puddle. And the water is brown. It's just a big mud puddle essentially, And so we start walking because there's nothing to it. We gotta go through this shit, right? So I take a step into the water and I hit a piece of ice that's still frozen, and whoop! I slipped, slammed myself into the water super hard, hurt my back, hurt my knee, hurt my hip. I mean, there's a lot of me to hit the ground. I'm 330 pounds, so I just went, kaboom! And when I say I understand that maybe you're thinking, oh, maybe just like an inch of water. No, I could have taken a bath. If you had to give me a rubber duck and some suds, I could have bathed in this. Like, this was deep. So then I got another 15-minute walk home in this cold. Now, my son, he tried to reach out, but then he pulled his hand back because over the years I've hammered it in his head, do not try to catch me. Because if you try to catch me, both of us are going to get hurt. So don't do it. Just let me fall. Right? So, he backed off, let me fall. And I got up and we walked home and, I got changed, took a white hot shower, and I even called in from work. That was on a Friday. I called in from work. I couldn't be sitting at a desk all day typing away. It's just, my back was killing me. And my work is a very understanding place. They said, yeah, we get it. They know I'm almost blind, so there's a lot of hazardous things can happen to me. So, that's the first story. The second story, this just happened, I think 2 days ago? We'll call it 2 days ago. I'm on the bus, right? Taking the bus to work. I'm going in early because they offered overtime. I love overtime. Overtime is wonderful because that's when I feel like I'm actually earning money. Because the money I get paid every week. Getting paid every week, first of all, is excellent. If your employer pays you every week, you're fine, right? Everything's good. You're never really out of money. Like I am, because I'm, shitty with money. But my point is, though, you're never out of money for long. But overtime is like when you get the extra money. Oh, yeah, it's like I got 2 hours overtime every day this week. So I went in for it, time and a half. Yeah, I'm taking it. So I'm on the bus, and directly across the aisle, is this young black man sitting there. And we're, waiting for it to leave. It's a place called King's Place. It's basically where all the buses meet up, right? So you can get your transfers. All right. So we're waiting. And this scuzzy motherfucker gets on the bus, walks down the aisle, stands in front of the exit door, waves his hand in front of the sensor to open it, and he looks at the young black man, and he goes, "You better have my money." And the black guy goes, "Man, I never bought money from you." Like, he's trying to talk to this guy sensibly. And the scuzzy white guy with a dirty blonde goatee, dressed in a black hood, he goes, "You better have my fucking money. I'm telling you right now, if you don't have my fucking money, I'm going to step up." And I'm like, I don't know what step up means, but it doesn't sound good. Like, I don't know what does step up mean? Like, I mean, is he, what? So the black guy goes, "Well, let's do it then. Let's go." So the guy goes, "Yeah, come off the fucking bus." And I'm covering my mouth because I'm laughing my ass off. I'm covering my mouth because I don't want to escalate the situation. Was I afraid of this guy? No, I'm not. But I know me, okay? And if he had to ask me to step off the bus, I would have. I know it's not the mature thing to do. So I'm trying to avoid all that by just not talking to him, right? So I just look away, I cover my mouth. Because I'm laughing so hard because this guy is a fucking moron. He gets onto the bus to threaten this young man in front of a dozen people on the bus. Right? Like, he's a fucking idiot. Right? Because what he's trying to do, he's trying to show how gangster he is by showing that he doesn't care where you are. He's gonna get you. Yeah, well, the real gangsters, they smile, say hello, shake your hand, and then they get rid of you in the background. That's what the real gangsters do, buddy. You're just a fucking moron. I'm laughing. And I feel bad for this black guy. He gets up and goes, he doesn't get up. Sorry. I don't know why I said he got up. He didn't get up. He just didn't. I'm getting excited here. He goes, "Well, let's go then. Let's go." And the guy goes, "Well, come off the fucking bus." And he gets off the bus. The doors close, and the black guy didn't move an inch. Right? Didn't move a freaking inch. I don't blame him though. Like, I don't blame him because I wish I could do that. honestly, I wish I had that mentality where I could just back off if someone's threatening to hurt me or say they're going to hurt me. Or do you want to fight and I could just walk away. I wish I had that mentality, but the way I grew up, I just don't have it. I wish I did. I envy people like that. I really do. It's not a put down. I'm not mockingly commenting them. I am honestly saying I wish I had that kind of self-control. I think I could if my wife and kids are with me. I'm pretty sure I could walk away. Say, no thanks, I got kids. Fuck off. And just walk away. I know I could do it then. Man. But I don't blame this black guy, because this guy was just ranting and raving and screaming and hollering like he's going to do all this stuff. And he did that because he's trying to scare him, right? If he was really a serious badass, he would have said nothing. He would have walked in, hit the guy in the face instead of working him over. He wouldn't have just called him out like that. He's just a big pussy who just has a big mouth. And I don't like guys like that. They bug me. I don't know why. I don't know. It's they just do. Hey, calm down, Shane. Calm the hell down. Take a drink of water. Calm down. Cleansing thoughts. All right. So that was happening. That was all right. I got a comment on my page a month ago, and I read it a couple of times, and then I went back to it today because I wanted to read it to you, and it's gone. I don't know why. I can't see it. I didn't delete it because I don't care how bad your comments are. I won't delete it. But I remember the gist of it. And he made some points, and I'm going to address them because why not, right? His number one point was, said something like, I've never heard a podcast try so hard to be a Bill Burr podcast. And I think it's because I come across as an angry dude. I'm an angry mixed dude. I'm not an angry white dude. And I rant and bitch, and I'll just talk about my day. But that's like a billion podcasts out there. Sometimes I might do a random voice here and there. But I mean, let's give it examples here. So I'm going to address this point. I'm not the only angry comedian out there. There's Richard Pryor, Andrew Dice Clay, Lenny Bruce, Russell Brand, Lewis Black. Holy hell, the list goes on and on and on and on and on, dude. Jesus, man. All right, and then there are comedians out there that maybe he's thinking because I'll do different. I'll raise my voice up, or I'll talk like this about. I mean, maybe because Bill Burr will do stuff like that, but Bill Burr's not the only one that does that. I mean, there's Gabriel Iglesias, Jim Gaffigan, Grade A Under A, and of course the great and powerful Bill Burr. But I say, if I sound like a Bill Burr if I sound like a Bill Burr podcast to you, thank you. I think that's a comic. That dude, I love that dude. Well, I love his stuff. I don't know if I love that dude. He could be an asshole in person. I don't know. But the other thing I noticed is Bill Burr. You know, when he does this voice like this and goes, "Nice lady," you know he's making fun of Jerry Lewis, right? I don't see you breaking his balls about that. So, on that point, fuck off. In fact, I'm making a point not to say go fuck yourself, because that's Bill Burr and he's the master of it. I try not to ever say that. But I will say fuck off, piss off, whatever. He also talked about how it's been proven that the feminists out there don't have any problems and blah, 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 blah. And I never said they actually did. I just said if what they're fighting for would make sense to me. That not all feminists are raging psychos. And then he talked about how I went to that point where people from MGTOW, a lot of them are coming from a place of pain. And I think that's why they're angry. And he goes, you're just ripping on that meme. Well, who hurt you, blah, 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 when you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. He didn't say that. But I mean, I'm giving you the gist here, because like I said, I couldn't find the comment. Not like I have a lot of comments on my page, but it wasn't there. So, what I have to say about that is this. First of all, I was talking about, in that vast video, two women's point of view of MGTOW. I talked about how one woman was looking at the extreme views of MGTOW, okay? And how she was putting these guys down for what they think. And then this other woman actually could see where people from MGTOW, men going their own way. You know what I'm talking about? She could see their point. So I was talking about those 2 points of views, and then I gave my point of view. All right? And then he said something like how I'm some sort of self-indulgence. Well, fuck, man. Almost every single YouTube vlog and podcast is a little bit of self-indulgence. That's what YouTube's for. Is to give a point of view, have fun with it, or not. It's up to you. And, you know, it's for shits and giggles. Calm the hell down. Jesus, don't be such a bitch. So, one comment on the thing where I said, some of the men are coming from pain. You're telling me that's not possible? You're saying that's not it, right? You bitched about me commenting about that. Well, I mean, I read the article. I read several articles before I even made that video. And I watched a handful of videos. And a lot of them are talking about how they got fucked over by their ex-wives, how they got screwed over by a girlfriend, and that's why they're now going their own way. How they're being held back, they didn't have money. You're telling me that isn't a source of pain. Can't be, right? No, they sat down and they had a logical reason why they'd give up having a reasonable, wonderful relationship. No, they did not. Those guys, especially those guys. There could be guys out there that, you know, want to focus on their career and don't want anything to do with the opposite sex. Fine. More women for me. Honey, I'm joking. I love you. My wife. But there are guys that say, oh no, I'm done with women because my ex-wife took my house, my kids, and blah, blah, blah. And that's not a source of pain? Oh, yeah. Piss off. Fuck, man. But keep leaving comments. I liked it. I love hearing your comments. You go right ahead. You know, in fact, I encouraged people to leave comments last time to give me a better perspective of MGTOW, and instead you kind of came at me like a douche. So, that's okay. Come at me again. I love it. I love stuff like that. I like when people try to pick a fight with me. Because I could have gone this route where I was really hammer on MGTOW. Could have. Try not to. But you kind of tried to slap me with your dick. So, let's look at some of the videos. Let's talk about one of the videos I watched where I felt maybe men are coming from pain, okay? So, I watched this video by a man named Howard Dare, and it was called 7 Reasons Why Men Are Opting Out of Relationships and Marriage. Okay? Alright, so far so good. 7 reasons. Alright? So I listened to it. And I'm going to give my point on... I'm going to list the points that he made, and then I'm going to give my point of view. Alright? 1, it's not worth it. Risk versus rewards. Right? So because he's saying, you know, you get married or in a relationship, and the woman can divorce you later on, fuck all your friends, and take all your money and kick you out of your house and make your children hate you. Blah, blah, blah. Yada, yada, yada. Icky bad women. Alright? Well, I guess from a purely scientific or logical point, I can see where you're kind of coming from. But, I don't know, man. I like having a woman at home. I do. I like when I come home from work at night, and there's my woman, and on a Friday night, there's my kids, because they'll stay up and wait for me. I get home around 11. And I'm a happy man that way. Right? You know, there's a hot meal waiting for me. There's, you know, possible boom boom. I mean, I don't get it, man. Will we last forever? Time will tell. If we don't, we don't. It's not the end of the world. It's just a new beginning. Do I want to get a divorce? Of course not. I love my wife. But if we got a divorce, we got a divorce. Could she take me to the cleaners? Of course she could. But those laws that women can take us to the cleaners was invented by men. We did that. We shot ourselves in the foot. And now we got to take the time to change it. Now, I know there's some feminist groups out there that'll try to stop it. But have you ever thought about, you know, getting an elected official to look at it and try to help you and then support them and write letters, do campaigning, and all that stuff? I mean, it sounds like a lot of work. I'm not doing it. I don't care. But, but there are ways to change the system so long as you keep working at it. All right. Now, here's another one, okay? Number 2 was women are total bitches. Really? Really? Okay? Now, I'm going to put number 2 and number 6 and number 7 together. Number 2, women are total bitches. Number 6, women are sluts. Number 7, women are liars. Really, all women are bitches, sluts, and liars. All of them. Every woman out there is a bitch, slut, and liar. They're all like that. Every one of them. All of them. You need to think about that. What about your mom? What about your sister? What about your daughter? What about your grandmother? Your great-grandmother? Your auntie? Your cousins? They're all bitches, sluts, and liars? Because I guarantee you, buddy, even if you don't put those women in that category, the guy next to you that's nodding his head in agreement is. Okay? So when you categorize all women, that's an easy argument. All women are bitches. All women are sluts. All women are liars. Well, that's a very broad perspective. Have you met every single woman? Have you met every single woman on the planet? I bet you haven't. I mean, holy hell, man. Like, I mean, my ex right now is trying to fuck me over. Okay? And I still don't think she's a slut or a liar. So sometimes I think she can be a bit of a bitch. But I think all women can be a bit of a bitch, just like all men can be bits of bastards and assholes. But all of them. That's a big perspective, dude. So that kind of argument right there, you already put down them in such a way that you don't have to even consider their point of view. You don't have to consider who they are or what they stand for, because you've already categorized them as bitches, sluts, and liars. So that's it. You can dismiss them, you can set them away, and then you can focus on whatever you want to focus on. Now, to me, that's a very broad and foolish statement, and there's no merit to it. There's none. There's no merit to saying all women are like that. You can't do it. Okay? It's like when all feminists say all men are pigs and sexist. Okay? It doesn't work. Now, it says men have been shamed, like over the years. Well, I agree that what we considered manly in my day isn't considered manly now in my son's day. In fact, I made a point about that in one of my podcasts about, I was raised in a man that's physically strong and blah, 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 and they strive to be physically and mentally strong. And my son is frail. That doesn't mean he's not a man, though. Right? He's a man where it counts. He is responsible. He works hard at his job. He is honest. He is respectful. Right? He just doesn't have my concept of masculinity in the other regards. But that doesn't mean anything negative about him. It's just the way he is. And, there are other guys out there that are using like moisturizing creams and getting manicures and all that crap. And I was raised, men don't do that. So I don't, I think manliness is the ability to do what you believe in, do what makes you happy and comfortable, and being comfortable doing it. And not being ashamed of who and what you are. That's my idea of manliness anyway. I mean, I don't know, maybe you have a different one. Now I'm saying women have become, number 4, women have become shallow and want tall, rich, and handsome men. Well, okay, if that's the case, why am I with my wife? Why does she scoop me up? I'm not super tall. I wouldn't consider myself handsome, and I know I'm not rich. And yet, my wife is very happy to be out with me. She's always holding my hand. She's always telling her friends about me. We're always laughing and carrying on and enjoy each other's company. So again, I ask you, how is it that I get any women? Do you ever think about that? Like, how do the ugly dudes that don't have any money get women? And if you've seen my wife, man, you would think I had money. In fact, one guy was at my work. His name is Matt, and we went out to a work function event, and my wife showed up, and she was in a gorgeous pink dress, and she was dressed to the nines. A gorgeous girl, right? And Matt goes, Shane, do you have money? So I went, Matt, am I going to punch you in the face because you're calling my wife a slut or a whore? Or am I punching you in the face because you're saying I'm too ugly that I couldn't get a girl like that? And Matt goes, I would just prefer you didn't punch me in the face, Shane. And he knew I was playing with him. Because I knew he was joking with me. So, how'd I do it? How'd that happen? Right? I mean, literally, she has to work at a hotel as a, is it housekeeper or chambermaid? I think it's housekeeper now. I think that's the politically correct term. So I think she's in housekeeping. So she is literally scrubbing, lifting, lugging, and she is a very tiny, she's 4'9", and she's very tiny, and she has to work so hard. So if she was only after me for the money, I mean, trust me, dude, where she was in Alberta when we started talking online, and if she wanted some richer fella to take care of her, she was at a work camp where there was like 90% men and 10% women, and she's a tiny, gorgeous Filipina. She could have had her pick of the litter. So, obviously, that where women are all shallow and blah, blah, blah. No. That ain't the case, man. Someone fucked you over, and now you have a bad case of, the heebie-jeebies when it comes to women. All right, now it says the media. Yes, the media is pretty hard on men. But again, we support the media. We as people support the media, and we as people can choose what to watch, what not to watch, and what to support, what not to support. Right? But you're right. Sitcoms put down men. Media show men having to be muscular and big and strong and blah, blah, blah. And media are becoming a lot more forgiving towards women. Like I saw this thing on Facebook where it showed like every shape and size of a woman, from short and fat to tall, slender, and beautiful up the scale. And they're all dressed like Wonder Woman. They said, we are all Wonder Woman. And that's bullshit. You're not. I'm sorry, but you're not all Wonder Women. Like, we couldn't have that thing. It was so popular. It had had all these hundreds and hundreds of likes, and people go, yeah, we women we're all like that, blah, 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 on the chariot. And the media is now trying to fix women. But I guarantee you couldn't have a guy built like me, 330 pounds, a big fat gut, dressed as Superman, and going down the line of Superman and would say, we're all Supermen. And those same women would not click the like button. Right? So I agree that in some places, in some ways, the media is harsh on men. But the media is harsh on everybody. The media is harsh on women. The media is harsh on men. The media is harsh on, fuck everything. You can't find something the media ain't harsh on at least one point or another. So I wouldn't worry about the media. You choose to what you believe what the media does. If you choose to care what the media says, then you're going to have some problems. You're not going to be too happy. I myself choose not to worry about it. I don't pay attention to the media. I don't give a shit. So, those were his 7 points. Well, Mr. Daria, I can certainly tell that you are a reasonably intelligent man. He actually is. I'm just, but man, I'm telling you, your seven reasons why men are opting out. That's just, I just hope that this isn't the future. I really do. I believe in being equal. And I believe that, if you want to protect yourself in a marriage, that's a good idea. Get a prenup, things like that. But get a prenup that would be fair. Fair as in, like, you split the assets that you earned together, not what you brought into the relationship. Fair as in there's no goddamn alimony. Fair as in there is child support. But if we live our life where we view each other as bitches, sluts, and liars on both ends, the human race is in trouble. Right? It's time to take a step back. And, yes, maybe the person you were with was a bitch, slut, and a liar. That could happen. But guess what? There are men out there that are fucking male sluts and liars and players and fuck boys and all that stuff, and they're just, I don't see you ripping on them. Pardon me. So, this is the extreme of men going their own way. If you are a man and you're following this group, I'm not asking you to leave the group, but I'm asking you to take some of this with a grain of salt. Okay? If you wish to put your career first, to get out of relationships and stay out of them, you're probably going to be better off doing that if that's your wish, because you're probably not going to make anybody happy and you're not going to be happy. But to think of anyone as a bitch, slut, and liar and completely dismiss them in that way regard, well, you're not just going your own way, all right? You may as well just, join a men's colony only. In fact, that's what you guys should do. Build a colony somewhere, like a camp, and just be men and just live there, okay? Because that's the only way you're going to be happy, because you're going to have to interact with women every day on a daily basis. And if you view them with such contempt that you're viewing them as, and this list, how are you going to be happy doing that? Right? I don't know. Like I said. Now, if you are a member of MGTOW and you wish to give me a counter argument, I would love to hear it. I really would. We can have a back and forth. That would be wonderful. That would be something that I would enjoy. I have no problem if you want to call me every name in the book in the comments. That's your business. It's not. I'm never going to take them down. So you can say what you want in the comments. You want to email me, you can reach out to me at shanehalfyard@hotmail.com, and you can hammer into me there. Or you can make a rebuttal video. Do what you want. Let's see where this goes. So, last month I didn't have a contest because, like I said, I was busy. But the contest is still up and running. If you wish to partake in it, all you have to do is subscribe. Leave a comment down below with a topic idea, a question, or even a comment, and say you are a subscriber. If I read it on air, you will be put into a draw for a $25 gift card at the end of the month. Well, it'll be the first Friday of May, so you're looking at May the 3rd is when I'm drawing the next winner. And if I read it out loud and you don't win, you go into a draw for, at the end of the year, a $100 gift card of your choice. So again, all you have to do is email me at shanehalfyard.com, tell me your idea, your comment, your complaint, call me an asshole, whatever. Subscribe, say you're a subscriber. Same thing in the comments down below, and you'll be into the draw. Hey, that's all there is for today. I want to thank my 6 subscribers for still hanging in there. I appreciate it. And if you like this video, please hit the like button, share it, subscribe, and that will really help me out. That will help my channel grow. I appreciate it. Anyway, until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.